Hello there. Listen, I don't know about y'all, but when I used to be younger, my favorite holiday used to be Halloween. Listen, the thing about Halloween was, you go outside at nighttime with your friends and walk around the neighborhood to get free candy. Free candy. Listen, you put the word free on whatever, it's going to sell, period. People see free, they say, oh snap, I'm going there. It's free. Especially black people. But listen, free candy was heaven, okay? You put free and candy equals epic. So Halloween used to be the thing for me. You're talking about free Snickers. Snickers used to be my all-time top favorite candy until Reese's, man. Reese's, like, free Reese's, enough said. When it became time for the kids to start come outside and trick or treating, and they would come outside with their little pumpkin holder, I used to never have a pumpkin holder. I never purchased a pumpkin holder in my entire history of trick or treating. I used to always come outside with this, a Walmart plastic bag. I was like one of the few people. So even when I went to people's houses with my mask on, people knew right from the get go that I was black. The thing about it was, I always looked at it like plastic bags hold more candy than just that little pumpkin thing. So people used to laugh at me. They used to be like, "Ha, you got your little Walmart plastic bag." But I'm like, "Hey, who's gonna have more candy in the end? Right, I am. So get off my nut." I'd say from about ages to when I was 7 to 15, trick or treating used to be the main thing. I mean, me and my friends used to go around the neighborhood like 5 times because most likely the day after it will be school. And at school, the people come and everyone is showing off their candy, being like, yo, look how much candy I got. Hey, look how much candy I got. Hey, you want to trade the Snickers for the Reese's? Oh, yes, son, I got you. I got you. And people used to trade their candy and eat during class and also sell their candy. So that's why it was important to get as much candy as possible, because you knew the next day was school and you wanted to eat during class and also sell the candy to get some money. I mean, at least that's what I did. I don't know about y'all. But so yeah, it was very important to get a lot of candy. And it was this one lady's house, an old lady. She was the only house in my neighborhood that gave out king size candy bars. And that was like the best thing ever, because she gave out king size Snickers, Reese's, Milky Way, Musketeers. I mean, you name it, she had it. And in each bag she gave out, it was 3 king size bars. So each time you went to her house, you're guaranteed 3 king size bars of something. So me and my friends would at least go there at least 5 times. We go around the neighborhood once, go to her house, go around again, go to her house. It just kept going like that. So that was my favorite house ever. So 15, it was good. And then when I turned 16, I still went that year, but I went with like one friend, and it was getting kind of awkward, and we were going in more earlier than usual. I mean, we used to stay out for at least 2 hours, but when I turned 16, we probably stayed out for a half an hour. So I was like, man, I hope it's not like this forever. So fast forward, I'm now 17 years old, and the night before Halloween is approaching. So it's October 30th, and I'm calling my friends to see if anyone's going. No one seems like they're going. They're like, dude, I'm staying inside to watch TV. Dude, I'm going to a party. And I wanted to go to the party. I mean, don't get me wrong. I wanted to go to a party, but usually at that party there will always be some kind of drinking or smoking, and I'm always scared of going to parties like that because I don't want to be peer pressured into drinking or smoking. And the friends that I hang out with, yes, they will make you try to do it. So that's why I never want to go to a party. But hey, if it was always offered to go to a party, I would go. So some people said that they were going to a party, and if they were, that they would let me know and try to invite me. And I'm like, cool, cool, cool. But at the same time, I'm thinking, dude, free candy? Like, this is once a year. Like, you go to gas stations and everywhere else to get out your favorite bar of candy, and this is the one time in the year where candy is free. Why would you pass that up regardless of how old you are? You know what I'm saying? So I'm just going through all this in my head. And then the next day comes. It's Halloween. It's official. And I'm 17 years old. So I'm like, man, I hope something good happens. And slowly the night comes, slowly. Then it's about 6:30 at night, and I'm like, man, I hope I can get at least some candy. I mean, just at least give me a handful or something, because it's always tempting when you don't have candy, and then you go to school the next day, and candy is right in your face, and you're like, God, I wish I went trick or treating. So then the night comes. It's 8 o'clock at night, and no one is calling me. No one is nothing. So I'm like, you know what? Screw my friends. I'm getting me some candy. So I go out. So I go outside and I bring out my little mask and stuff, and I start trick or treating, of course, with my Walmart bag, cause I'm old school. I'm getting the most candy in my bag. So I'm going out, and as soon as I went out, I just felt weird. I felt too tall, too black, I just felt weird. I mean, I'm going down the streets, and parents and kids are being like, hey, aren't you too big to be trick or treating? I'm like, shut up. It's only so much times you can go around walking in a mask at 17 years old until you start to feel weird. Like, I was getting a very weird feeling. I mean, people were just staring at me, and I was just trying to ignore them, but I really couldn't. So I was like, whatever. If there's one house I have to go to, it's the old lady's house, because she, right, has the king size candy bars. So I go to her house and I knock on the door, and then I proceed to say trick or treat. And when I said that, that's when it popped in my head. It was like, Jeremy, this will be your last time trick or treating. Because when I said trick or treat, I said it with such a deep voice. I was like, trick or treat. And then the lady, she opens her door and she's like, my goodness, you're tall. You're a little bit too old to be trick or treating. And I'm like, yes, I know. And she's like, take off your mask so I can see you. And I'm like, okay. So I take off my mask and she sees me, and she's like, oh, you should not be trick or treating. You're too old to be trick or treating. And I'm like, ma'am, listen, this is the only time of year you get free candy. So she gives me 5 bags of king size bars, and I'm like, you are awesome, lady, because this might be the last house I go to and the last time I trick or treat. And she just started laughing, and she was like, have a good night. So I'm like, thank you, ma'am, and I just left. And then I could have either went right to continue trick or treating or go left. So I leave her house, and I'm like standing right in the middle of the road, and I'm looking right, and I'm looking left, looking right, looking left. And I'm about to go right because I'm like, I need some more candy. But then I just heard laughter, and I turned around, and these little kids, like a little group of bullies, are just laughing at me and being like, get inside, Grandpa. And I'm like, this is my last time. So I went left, went home, got inside, and I realized that was my last time ever trick-or-treating. So that was my last time, man. Listen, if you're a kid, enjoy it, man. I mean, I'm still a kid, but I can't do some things that I used to do because I'll look weird. But if you can still trick-or-treat, enjoy it. I mean, it's not even with trick-or-treating. Like, if you can still play Pokemon or play Yu-Gi-Oh, enjoy it, because once you turn to like 17 and 18, all those things, if you still do that, you're considered weird or something. So, when I finally realized I wasn't going to be trick-or-treating no more, I was like, man, growing up sucks. I'm just thinking of like how my life is going to be. And then I come to school the next day, and I'm like, hey, did you guys go trick-or-treating? And they're like, trick-or-treating, I'm sorry, we stayed inside and watched My Sweet 16. And I'm like, oh, right, that's what I did too, because yeah, that episode was awesome. But yeah, man, that was my last time trick-or-treating. And it's just times like these where I just reflect on back when I used to be younger. So that's it. My last time trick or treating.